pretty sure there's no welding. Man, oh man, do I have one heck of a video for y'all today. I'm sure y'all know what y'all are getting ready to watch because you watched the intro. If I decided to put one in here, you saw the thumbnail, read the title. We're going to be shooting a ballistic dummy head at 1,000 yards with 5.56. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break down the gear that I'm going to be using, go over the rifle, the ammo. Then my girlfriend is going to be showing up so that I can then take this camera and set it downrange at the 1,000-yard line with the dummy head so that y'all are going to get an up-close visual of what happens when 5.56 hits a head at 1,000 yards. Then I'm going to say a prayer. Make sure that, I'm going to ask God to please guide these bullets in to the head and not my camera. I am on a time crunch, so I need to make this quick. Hopefully I can get a good hit. We ain't got too much wind. Got about 13-mile-an-hour winds out here. But I think we'll be able to buck it. I think we'll be able to get a good call. And y'all just stay tuned for all of this. Thankfully, I have got my Eberly stock low drag pack. I've talked about this in a couple of videos. Best purchase I've made all year. Fantastic pack, just in case anybody's asking. So let me go ahead and pull this crap out of here, go over what I'm using, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so the rifle setup that we're running is pretty much a factory, mostly factory, Gainer Defense V11 Pro, old school rifle, still running the key mod. Up here on the front, we'll just start up here and run our way back. Up here on the front, I've got an Otter Creek Labs Polonium K suppressor. It's a 6mm suppressor. That is running on a Reardon Atlas mount with the Reardon muzzle device. I've got just the R2C, I think it is, or RC2. I don't know. It's R2S, maybe. I don't know. It's just like their A2 birdcage looking muzzle device. The suppressor cover is the Coltac Corset suppressor cover that's going to help me keep down Mirage. Hopefully I ain't got to send too many rounds, so I'm praying for a quick video right here. The bipod is the Warn Skyline Light, I think is the name. It's a lot of names here with all this stuff. The optic that I'm running is the Zerotech Trace Advance, so it's a 4-24 trimmer 3 reticle, first focal plane. You're going to be watching through there. I'm going to mount the trigger cam up on it. The mount that is sitting in is my new favorite optics mount. It is the Griffin Armament GPM mount. Most robust optics mount I've ever seen. It's got shim kits in there, to keep everything just locked down really tight. It's 6 screws per ring instead of, most of them are most of them are just 4. This one's 6 on each. So you've got 12 different screws keeping this thing locked in. They've got the option to mount different mounts on here. So I've got a piggyback Zerotech Thrive HD reflex sight on there. Got a Mischief machine bubble level, BCM gunfighter charging handle, BCM gunfighter grip wrapped in some Goon hockey tape, and then the Magpul PRS Lite. The trigger in it is the Geisley Super Dynamic 3-gun trigger, so it's a single stage, flat face, about 3-pound brake. Moving forward of there, what's really going to make this possible is the ammo that Phantom Defense has hooked me up with for this video. So they are a huge helper, especially in this video. Really, really good friend of the channel. I shot their ammo with 300 blackout out to 1,000. So what this is their wasabi round. So it is a 69. Let's get it in frame. So what it is it is a 69 grain tipped Match King bullet. I'm launching these things at about 3,070 feet per second out of my 18-inch barrel at sea level in the current conditions, which is, we're about 65 degrees. So again, this is a 69 grain tipped Match King bullet in an NAS3 case, so it's a nickel alloy. Allows you to run it at much higher pressures than you can with a brass case. So after discussing with them, we decided that we think this is going to be about the best round for this job. I'm still at like 1150 feet per second at 1,000 yards. Again, current conditions at sea level out of my barrel. So we're right there on the bleeding edge of supersonic, just starting to drop into transonic. So I'm hoping that my shot cone's small enough that this ain't going to be too hard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple, test shots to get my reading, because I'm going to be running like a $3,000 camera setup within feet of the target. So I'm going to take a couple shots into the dirt, get my wind call, make sure everything's, as it should, and then we'll move over. But like I said, I'm hoping the shot cone's small enough that it doesn't take too much to hit it with one of these tipped Match King 69 grain bullets from Phantom Defense. So a huge thank you to Phantom Defense for sending out the ammo for this video, as well as the ballistic dummy head, which you'll see in just a second. Now I am going to be running prone off the bipod with the rear bag. So I've done told you what bipod I'm using. The rear bag will be, let's see, which pocket is it in? I want to say it's the top. Yeah, so I'm running the Coltac Whoopie bag as my rear bag for this shot. And then obviously I'm gonna be running some 2-veg tripods. So I'm gonna have one set up for the second camera that'll be filming me shoot, and then I will have my girlfriend on glass to help me spot rounds, and that will be on the 2-veg tripod as well. This is the Kit V2. And then she will be running the spotting setup off of the Recon V2. I want to know this. I'm sorry. This is the No Name V2 inverted. Yeah, the No Name V2 inverted. That will be with the Sun Shadow. Just pull it out. This wind's blowing pretty good. Hopefully it don't pose too much of an issue. And that'll be with the Sun Shadow tack table. This is the Gen 3, so we'll mount that directly into the Arca. Let's go ahead and get it at height. And then my homie John Ruge Weapon Snatcher will be running one of his bang bags to glass off of. The binos that we're going to be running in this video is the Zerotech Thrive HD, some 10 power, ED, HD, I forget, let's see, Thrive HD 10x42 ED glass, a really good glass. Be plenty enough for spotting these rounds at 1,000. So this is going to be our spotting setup, and then I'm going to have her mounted up on, her camera is going to be mounted up here. You're mounted up on the 2-vets infield tripod, so a little bitty one. And I think we're about ready. And we'll go ahead and get the trigger cam set up and everything, wait on her to pull up, and then we'll get her set up on camera. The next thing that you're watching will be me setting up the ballistic head downrange. Alright, so we're at 1,000 yards, and I will be shooting from, let's see if it'll focus, way up there. Get this head set up. Alright guys, y'all drop your name for this dummy in the comments. I'll pin my favorite one. Alright, so we got the head set up out there. Ab's calling for 9.8 mils of hold, so I'm going to take a couple shots off to the left, make sure that we're within reason, so I don't blow up my camera. So please say a prayer for me that the hand of God will deliver these bullets on the target. Y'all are going to be watching through the trigger cam, so y'all are going to get to see everything that I'm seeing. Alright. Please God, don't let me hit my camera. Alright, so just so you know what we're shooting at, my camera is right there behind that piece of steel, so I shouldn't be able to hit it unless I accidentally hit that target and it ricochets. I'm shooting the head that is right there. I've got a little orange toboggan sitting on it. So we can go ahead and dial our 9.8 mils. We're going to take a shot at the bottom of this piece of steel. Alright, here we go. Alright, yeah, so we're way low. Alright, so that was about 1.5 mil low. Make our correction. I just now fired off 2 rounds. Had a bump fire. This trigger is insanely light. Alright, let's try again. I think we're still 0.5 mil low. Alright, that looked better. It looked much better. Alright, let's take a shot at the head. Alright, just off to the left of it. No call. Alright, I think that's just in front of it. I want to say that was a hit. It fell over. Take another shot. Hit it while it's on the ground. Alright, I'm pretty sure I just now rolled it. Yeah, I'm hitting it, I think. Alright, what I'm going to do is load up a couple more rounds. I just want to make sure that I'm getting rounds on this thing. But I feel incredibly confident that we got a couple hits on target. Definitely knocked it over. So at a minimum, I think I at least hit the neck. But I'm hoping I got a good hit on it, at least one, and I'm hoping that it's still within frame of the camera downrange. We're going to take a couple more shots, and then I'm going to go retrieve my camera. Alright, here we go. Alright, it's off to the right. Alright, I think I just now dropped those last couple rounds in front of it. I feel confident I got at least one hit on there. So I'm going to go down and retrieve the head, and then we'll bring it back up and show it on camera and see what happened. Alright, so for all you naysayers out there, like talk junk about 5.56, when I've said I've got no problem getting rounds on target at 1,000 yards. Now, even myself was questioning the effect that it would have on target, because just because you can get a round on target does not mean it's going to be effective on target. You know, it might just be like hitting them with a BB or a rock. But after seeing what's in this bag, I've got absolutely no problem trusting 5.56 out of an 18-inch barrel or 20-inch barrel with the right round, which in this case the tipped Match King from Phantom Defense in the NAS 3 case, pushing 3,070 feet per second. The effects that that joker has is astonishing. Now, this ain't going to be for the faint of heart. Here's the hat that it was wearing. It's absolutely soaked in blood. And here we are. This dude, the other part of this guy's head is in the bag. You know, there's bits of head and skull and all kinds of crap in here. It's absolutely disgusting. There's brain matter everywhere. So you go ahead and argue with me. Is 5.56 effective at 1,000 yards? I think the proof is in the pudding. What's really cool is there's actually a piece of jacket still stuck in his head. I think I'm gonna save that, and that's gonna go in the souvenir box for later. But as I said, I think the proof is in the pudding. You can't really argue with it. I mean, you're dead. You're very much so dead. Yuck. So if you're not already, be sure to check the description down there. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram. I also got a Facebook page. It's the exact same content on both platforms. But if you're a boomer FUD and you're not on Instagram, well, you can keep up with what I'm doing over on Facebook. I'll have that link down there. I also have some links to some you know, things to save you some monetary value. Even the TMK rounds that I was shooting, I've got a code for those that'll allow you to get it for a little bit of a discount. I don't get any kickback from it. You get the full discount. So have fun with that. Let me know the next round that you, or the next caliber I should say, that you want to see shot at 1,000 yards on a ballistic dummy head to test it out. We've saw 5.56. I've got some 308s coming, some bolt guns on the way. Just now put together a 6.5 Creedmoor. We can have some fun with it. Test out some different loads, test out some different calibers, and I'll come back out here and film it, and we'll just kind of test the effectiveness. But I think we can all conclude from seeing that monstrosity right there that 5.56 out of an 18-inch barrel, shooting a 69 grain TMK round, NAS3 casing, running 3,070 feet per second. If the hand of God is on you, it can be very effective, and nobody can argue it. I appreciate you watching. That's all I got for you, and I will catch you on the next one. We're done.